Rebel Saklocha here reporting for the Rural Radio Network. I'm visiting with Joeli Walrath, the newly crowned Miss Rodeo Nebraska 2020. Joeli, you've certainly hit the ground running this year. Why don't you tell us about some of your travels this January?
I sure have started off the year with a bang. I was officially crowned on January 4th in Ord, Nebraska. We had a great turnout and great weather for it. I was so appreciative of everyone that came and really did an awesome job to kick off the year with a great celebration. After that, not even a week after, I headed out to Denver to the WISA market, and there we visited with some sponsors, new and old. It was great to catch up with some of my state queens as well there at the market. And after market was over, I got to head back home just for a short time, and then I was back on the road to Steamboat, Colorado, where they have the Cowboy Downhill. And the Cowboy Downhill, if you're not familiar, is a race of the PRCA cowboys that are entered into the Denver Stock Show and Rodeo, and you can snowboard or ski, and you go over this giant jump, and it's a crazy fun time. We really got to meet a bunch of really awesome people while I was up there. I'm not the best snowboarder, but you know what? I made it down. I had a great time, and then we went on to Denver for a few days of rodeo after that, and I'm back home now and preparing and packing to go up to Rapid City, South Dakota for Rodeo Rapid City.
Miss Rodeo Nebraska has the unique opportunity to travel both across the state of Nebraska and, of course, across the country. Where are some places you hope to go this year?
So actually, in just a few short weeks, I will be off to Florida to the Silver Spurs Rodeo. And, that's going to be really nice because my feet are going to be in the snow when I take off from here in Nebraska and in the sand later that day. So I am super excited. We also have the awesome opportunity as state queens this year to go to a lot of the legendary rodeos across the country, like Cheyenne Frontier Days. We'll get to do a flyby there and the historic arena and everything that's happened there, as well as Pendleton, Oregon, I'm hoping to go to. And I'm super excited just to stay in the state of Nebraska as well and go back to some of my rodeos that I visited as, local royalty or have been entered in junior rodeos or high school rodeoed in that arena to come back and kind of have that full circle moment in my home state.
What are some goals you have for your year as Miss Rodeo Nebraska?
Well, as Miss Rodeo Nebraska 2020, my slogan and that I've always kind of tried to live by, but I'm really taking in with me this year is be true and be you. So I really just want to be completely genuine and absolutely unique and encourage others to do the same for themselves while trying to achieve their goals. Just to always be themselves because you know what? Like everyone says, everyone else is already taken.
For those unfamiliar, talk about the differences between a conventional pageant and a rodeo queen pageant.
So conventional pageant compared to rodeo queen pageants, we actually have an event that's pretty unique to us. We have horsemanship because as rodeo queens, you're traveling around to all these different rodeos and you're going to be riding whether it's your own horse or you might be provided with a stock contractor's horse. So your skills need to be tested in horsemanship. So you will be either given a draw horse or you'll ride your own to set a pattern, and the judges will judge you on how you ride and as well as your knowledge of horsemanship, your knowledge of rodeo. That's where we differ a little bit there because we do have to represent the sport of rodeo, and ultimately we are cowgirls. That's what we are. We belong to the sport of rodeo. We belong to the agricultural industry, so it's important that we're able to ride horses and be able to take control of horses in the arena, no matter which ones we're given, if they're ours or not, if they're a little naughty, or even if they're a great horse. We need to have a great run on them in the arena so the rodeo can run smoothly.
So the Miss Rodeo Nebraska Association is hosting a clinic for young women interested in competing in rodeo queen pageants. Tell us a little bit about the clinic and what participants will get out of the experience.
So the Miss Rodeo Nebraska Clinic is an annual clinic, an event that takes place to help young girls kind of get their feet wet. The event teaches all sorts of things that are rodeo queening, whether it's horsemanship, knowledge, tests, speech, modeling, interviewing. There's a great panel of judges that come out every year. They give awesome feedback. We also do photogenics and how to even apply to get your application to a pageant. So that way girls are really prepared for this summer run that's about to take place when all the pageants really are kind of happening. So we have this clinic to really prepare them, to maybe introduce them if they haven't done a pageant before. This is a really, really great way to start. We have clinicians that are very, very experienced, that have been either past Miss Rodeo Nebraska, past Miss Teen Rodeo Nebraska, or have been very involved in the rodeo queen industry. So a lot of really, really great people coming out to help these younger girls that want to get involved and want to have a future in the rodeo queen industry in the state of Nebraska. And I can personally say that I participated in the clinic many, many times, and each time I went, I got something new out of it. And I can say that it really did help me to grow, not just in a rodeo queen capacity, but also personally.
Joeli, thank you so much for visiting with us. The Miss Rodeo Nebraska Clinic will be held March 28th and 29th in North Platte. Those interested can RSVP or obtain more information by calling Kathy Ewing at 308-530-0590. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.